Okay, let's talk about the main card of last night's fight night. First of all, King Green. Listen, Bobby fights with his hands down. It's an amazing way to do it, but it shows you that diversity in MMA. You can break all rules in fighting, and you can still win. Why? Because the rules are so open. It is almost a street fight. If you wanted to close that gap and make it a real street fight, I think soccer kicks would be the last element you'd have to really bring in. Forget biting and eye pokes, of course, but yeah, there it is. And oddly, Lance's father kept telling his son to move. Now, maybe his son had a chin problem and he's worried about Green's power, but it seemed like the wrong advice. That's why being in the corner is not an easy job. The next fight, Buchecha versus Kennedy. I'm going to steal the names I can pronounce, guys. Great fight, in my opinion. I mean, it was a draw. Maybe people find that boring. I think Buchecha's jiu-jitsu was very interesting. His total lack of stand-up is remnant of my total lack of jiu-jitsu. So it's kind of sad to see that. But I've often said, guys, body types, like your striking skills that go along with it, the snap and everything else, don't apply to jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is much more isometric. Fighting, I mean, stand-up is not. I mean, in the clinch, it can be, right? But for the most part, that's not where the fight takes place. And oftentimes the boxing, even when it does, you're throwing hands in that clinch. It doesn't become an isometric struggle. But, good fight. I liked it. Kennedy was absolutely brutal power. Buchecha did some jiu-jitsu that was just mind-boggling. Who is next? Costa versus the French guy. Head kick knockout, guys. We've seen a few of these lately. I think the reason they're prevalent in MMA is this, right? Like, if you're fighting Muay Thai, there's certain rules you got to respect. In MMA, people move much, much differently. Consequently, that movement leaves you open to various things. Sometimes it leaves you open to leg kicks, right? We're going to talk about that in the main event eventually. But sometimes it opens up the head kick. And Costa KO'd him. There it was. Next fight, Almeida versus the Polish fighter, guys. Interesting. I mean, Almeida looked old, right? Looked slow, looked plodding. Sometimes that fight wisdom can get it over. Sometimes the younger fighter wins. And tonight, what can I tell you? The younger fighter won. Almeida's 38. The Polish fighter was in his 20s, and sometimes we don't like to give up our physicality, right? Like realize like we're over the hill, and I'm certainly right there with him. That's why I still do jiu-jitsu. I went 0-6 in my last tournament, but sometimes Father Time, if you're fighting other old guy, that's okay. If you're fighting young guys, good luck to you. There it was with Almeida. Okay, let's talk about the main card after this. Like and follow for more of the fight game.